everyone here to make this assembly possible. And of course, we were promised a very special guest. And the mayor is here right now. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Everyone, chill out. All right. So everyone give Ed Lee a round of applause. Give the mayor a round of applause. I'm very proud to introduce Mayor Ed Lee, as well as Mike Haas, the founder of ACE, and Matt LePay, Executive Director. Give him another big round of applause. Another round of applause.
Thank you, Wen. Thanks to all of you. Good morning. Good morning. There's not a better way to kick off Earth Week than to be here with all of you today. First of all, I wanted to thank Mayor Lee for coming and for your support in making sure that ACE has an opportunity to deliver its climate change assembly that you guys have just seen to all students in the San Francisco Unified School District. Thank you very much for that. Mayor Lee, we're not just looking at the leaders of tomorrow, as Wen said. We're looking at leaders today, and they're ready to step up, and they're ready to do something about climate change. Lastly, I just wanted to thank you and your leadership in supporting climate change education and supporting young people in San Francisco. Thank you much, Mayor Lee.
Thank you. Wow, look at these beautiful people here. Wallenberg Bulldogs. So are the Warriors going to do it? Yeah, they're going to do it. Well, I love being here. First of all, let me say thank you for coming into an assembly of all of you. I know you're busy students. I know you're wondering about where your future is. By the way, I got 7,000 jobs this summer for all of you. Are you guys ready to work? Ready to earn? Yeah. You got a city that loves our young people. I want you all to be safe. I want you to be thinking about your future. And you can't think more positively than what this topic is all about, our climate. Because when I came into office, I said to myself that no matter how long this privilege of being your mayor is going to be, I got to leave the city better for the next person. And I hope you have the same feeling. We all have temporary time on this earth. And I know you're young and you got everything open for your future, but you also have to understand that we're on this earth temporarily. Will we do for ourselves to make this earth better? Will we leave it better? Will we leave it for the kids that you see coming in to school and they're learning? When you become full-time, because I know most of you are thinking about adults right now, you're getting responsibility handed over to you by your parents. You're doing things to improve your life. You're already thinking about your careers and jobs. You got to think about the quality of this earth. And that's why when I was working for the city for many years, I thought about this whole thing about how can we get to zero waste in our lifetime? Are we going to do it together? Are we going to be able to say to ourselves, we're not going to have all this landfill, produce all these gases, and then some of your friends might be living next door to it. We can actually get zero waste. You imagine what that is? That means everything that we put back gets reused. This is an incredible time in our history. And I want you to know that science is leading the way. We have a lot, as I think others have told you, we have a lot of voices in the country saying that they don't believe in science. They actually think climate change is a hoax. How many people here think it's a hoax? No way. No way. How many people are already here contributing to our climate? How many of you are riding your bike or walking to school? All right, you're already contributing. You're already contributing. How many of you thought about zero waste? How many of you part of zero waste? Trying to make sure that we don't just trash fill everything. We actually try to recycle as much as possible. You're already contributing to this. And now, how many people know it's Earth Week? Yeah. It is. It is about raising consciousness about our Earth. It's about taking care of that kind of business for ourselves. And the way we're celebrating the city is that we have gotten together with ACE, our Alliance for Climate Education, and asked them if you can come into every single high school in our city. And as of today, 20,000 students, you included, have been part of this entire ACE assembly. 20,000 students in San Francisco. And over 2 million across the country have been educated about ACE and climate change and the science behind it. And we want to make sure that Wallenberg is at the top. You're valuable to us. When you graduate, I've got a whole generation of people that can be my department heads. You can be the supervisors. One of you can even be the mayor of San Francisco. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that and being responsible for other people, because that's what I have to do every day, and I don't take that job lightly. This is an incredible city. It's got millions of people coming in every year to find out what we're trying to do, to discover what it is that they should be thinking about and doing. And guess what? In June, I have 450 mayors from across the United States coming to San Francisco. And guess what they're going to ask? They're going to ask, how did your Giants do it 3 times? How are the Warriors doing it? They're also going to ask us, how are we doing as the quality of life here in San Francisco, contributing to improving our climate? Because this is a national, if not an international, conversation. You know, we've got stuff coming over from China because they haven't figured it out fast enough on their industry. We have debris still from things that happened in Japan coming over here, and we're discovering things like that. Now we have to do something with our own climate. We have to make sure that we've got ideas going forward to improve our environment for the next generation, for yourself. So I ask all of you, during this Earth Week, take a moment to, again, pause about what we're doing for our Earth, what we're doing to understand the science of climate change, because we're putting a lot of research together. And guess what? As we think more about it, I think a good third of people in this room are going to be associated with climate change in a very different way, because we are actually creating jobs, sustainable jobs for the future. Everybody know what solar and solar power is doing? We got hundreds of jobs of people installing solar panels all across the United States and certainly across California and San Francisco. Good, sustainable jobs. We got people researching the next evolution of where we get our power sources from, so that we can make sure city, county, and San Francisco, we're not dependent upon oil and fossil fuels for all of our energy. The energy that goes to your home, to all the buildings downtown, we're trying to find alternative sources for that. And we're making some great progress. Many of you in this room are going to get jobs in alternative energy and in solar, because this is what we're doing. We're creating really good, sustainable, high-paying jobs in alternative fuel sources and energy. I love it whenever I see a completely electric vehicle come. I happen to be, my official car is a Chevy Volt. Yeah, you got to do that. You got to make a personal investment in this. And as old as I am, I'm trying to walk everywhere I go. That's why I love playing golf, because I can walk. But I want all of you to know that these assemblies are important to bring you all together, to unite around this theme of climate change. I want you to know we're thinking and we're planning and we're implementing programs every single day in San Francisco. And with these assemblies, we're going to have thousands of others join all of you, because I need you. I need your imagination. I need your commitment to make sure that when you come aboard and get your jobs, you're going to always be thinking about how the quality of life can be bettered with your participation. Every single one of you is important to that. I value each and every one of you. That's why I'm going to produce as many jobs for you, create opportunities for you, support your unified school district and everything that we do to make sure you're engaged in our city, because this is your city. Muni is your Muni. All right? Climate is your climate. The industries that we invite here are the ones that you want. The winning teams in sports are your teams. We all want to work together to make the city successful, and I will see you at your next job or your next interview. I will support everything that you do here, and I will also make sure this city is always safe for you. So give it up for the Wallenberg Bulldogs. Give some support for those Giants. They got those 3 rings right now. They're going to win some few games pretty soon. And then watch out for our Warriors. They're going all the way this year with your help. Thank you very much, everybody. Happy Earth Day.
Hello, I just wanted to welcome everyone here. My name is Mike Haas. I'm the founder of ACE. And I just wanted to say initially that Mayor Lee, just terrific and awesome that he was able to come here today to our assembly. But he's going to be whisked away to his other responsibilities and won't be able to stick around for questions after a few remarks that we have. But Matt and I, Matt LePay, ACE's ED, will be happy to answer questions, as will I. So I'll turn it over to Mayor Lee. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Well, Mike and Matt have been good partners, especially since last year when we met and decided that this climate education initiative was so important to our students, and particularly to get to young students to make sure they understood the science behind climate change and to have a basis for which they can make decisions both for themselves and in the future was so important that we thought the exposure to this would be welcomed by our Unified School District, and it has, to the tune of 20,000 students to date in the Unified School District of San Francisco. And nationally, they've exposed this Climate Action Alliance initiative to over 2 million students. And I am glad for it. When I look these students in the face here at Wallenberg, I know that they are open and sensitive to an understanding of how they can make sure that they live their lives in a way in which it honors the climate in our country, and also to make sure that they leave this planet in a better shape. There are too many examples right now of things that are affecting us negatively, whether it's the superstorm or the drought or the mishandling, if you will, of a lot of climate challenges that we've exemplified in the East Coast, or the constant flooding that we're hearing about in juxtaposition to our drought. We need to understand what the climate is doing to our quality of life. And to have the science behind it allow us to make sure that we're doing all the right things is, I think, an incredible difference in the dialogue that we're hearing more and more nationally, where there's a denial and a hiding away from our responsibilities of improving our climate. In San Francisco, I have the opportunity to host over 450 mayors across the country in June. We will talk about climate change. We will talk about the challenges of it. And the Alliance for our climate initiative and education should be at the forefront, because we should all be educating each other about what is happening and make a commitment to do something about it. And this is where it begins, with our students, people that I know want to do something, want to improve the environment, and I'm glad that they're right here at Wallenberg and all across our public schools, happy to do the same thing and making sure that they understand the challenge. So with that, I'm going to have Mike and Matt explain more in detail to you the ACE approach, but also our city's commitment. Thank you.